Okay, let's move on to Chelsea. And I want to take umbrage at your number one pick, because I would think that your number one pick should play pretty much every single week. And Reece James has got so many injury issues that, yes, he's important to the football team. You can see that when he does play. But how can you have someone like Reece James as your number one, and even Ben Chilwell as your number 5? Chocolate hamstrings, a couple of them. That's the order you've gone for. What's the thinking behind it?
So, I mean, look, the methodology was, 70% of this in my mind is, well, how good is the player? And 30% comes down to tactical importance. So you weigh these things up subjectively every single time. In my opinion, Reece James is Chelsea's best player. And the fact that they don't play as well without him only supports that point. So in a difficult situation here where a lot has changed for Chelsea over the past 8 months, and a lot of this squad looks very, very new. In fact, basically the entire squad is new, isn't it? Apart from some of these names. I felt pretty comfortable with Reece James at 1 because Enzo hasn't quite got there yet, in my opinion. Sterling is on the rise, but not quite there. I'm starting to wonder if this is Silva's very last season at that top level. And Chilwell, of course, with his own hamstring problems, probably can't hold a candle to Reece James here as well. So for Chelsea and for a couple of other scenarios, you're dealing with a lot of new variables. You're dealing with a whole new setup, a whole new squad, a new manager. It can be quite difficult sometimes. So in those scenarios, when you feel a bit muddled and you can't quite work it out, go with who you think the best player is. I think Reece James is Chelsea's best player.
Yeah, and he's 10 games a season that he plays for them. Mr.
Fantastic.
Moreno, please take the stand.
Yeah, by definition, MVP is most valuable player. And in order to be a player, you have to be on the field. It's not a situation in which I disagree with Sam in regards to the value of Reece James when he's on the field. But if he's watching from the stands, then he has no use for me. He does nothing for me if I'm a Chelsea player, if I'm part of the Chelsea coaching staff or the front office. So as much as I can see where Sam is coming from, I will say this. I cannot make an argument for an MVP based upon the fact that the team is worse when he's not there. We need to see how much better the team is when he actually plays. We are basing this on unknowns. We're basing this on, we're saying, well, he's not playing. And so therefore, because everybody else is no good, then he rises to number 1. He's got to be playing in order for him to be a most valuable player. A player has to play in order to qualify for this list. If you're not playing, you cannot participate.
It's probably a bit of a catch-weight tag team, you and me, Ali. But the Moreno-Donaldson one, I think, gets the nod there. I'll have to say, I'll give Arsenal to Sam. I think we're level going into Liverpool's top 5.
What? What? Is this charity work now?
What? I'm trying to create debate. And I think
we don't need to create debate. Sam is wrong. I'm right. Let's move on.
You think 2-0 Moreno already? Okay.
Well, hey, Venezuela's flying, baby. That's all right.